Greetings to you. If you're a small business owner, especially if you're a black business owner, this is the page that you need to be. This is the page that you need to be listening to. On this page, on this video, I'll be talking about some basic marketing strategy that you can use today, you can use on a daily basis to get traffic to your business, right? Because there's a lot of platforms out there, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, there is search engine marketing, there is Facebook advertising. There's so much advanced marketing strategies that are out there. Some of them are too confusing. You need to stick to the basic. You need to go back to the fundamentals of marketing. And the fundamentals of marketing is this. What you need to do, especially if you're a black-owned business owner, if you're either in a product business or in a service business, what you need to do is you need to get back to the basic. What is the basic? If you're providing a service, a product, you need to interview your customers, right? If your customers are satisfied about your product and services, you need to interview them, because there's nothing more powerful than seeing a customer that is satisfied from receiving a product or service from a company, from a business like yours. So you need to interview them, right? So that's why business owners need to be comfortable in getting in front of the cameras, because you want to be able to show people the effectiveness of your product and your services. And the best way to do it is to interview customers that have already used your product and if they've seen result. Because as a business owner, you can talk about your product all day, how good it is, what it can do, the benefits, and so on. So people will still be suspicious. They'll still be, they'll still have that doubt in their mind. But if they can see, if they can hear that a customer of yours used your product and they were able to get result from it, it's sold. You don't even have to let them know. You don't have to tell them anything else. You've already sold them. So you got to get back to the fundamentals. So the fundamental is this. The first thing you got to do is you got to interview your customers. You got to find customers that have used your product in the past or that are using your product now, and interview them, right? Ask them, hey, would you mind coming on camera with me? I just want to do a quick interview with you so you can let my audience, or you can let my customers know how my product or my service was able to help you, help you in your day-to-day life. So it doesn't matter what you're selling, whether you're selling skincare, whether you're selling products or you're selling services. You got to be able to interview your customer. You have to get that customer testimonial. So that's the first thing. Interview your customer so you can get not an understanding, but you can so that the audience can know how effective your product is. Because when it comes from you, the business owner, it's not as effective. But when it comes from your customers, if your customers can come in front of the camera and tell people, oh wow, this company, I bought the product from them, I bought some services from them, their service was great, their quality was great, the product was great, that in itself is a sold, right? That in itself, you don't have to do anything else. So when it comes to the basic of marketing, this is the basic of marketing for small business owners, because right now there's the online social media marketing is too saturated. There's too much going on from left and right. So you got to be able to stand out, right? You need to be able to stand out. Your product needs to stand out. Your service needs to stand out. And what you need to do is this. As I mentioned, you got to go back to the basics of marketing. We're not talking about advanced marketing, search engine marketing, SEO, Facebook ads. No, we're talking about the basics. So what is the basic? Number one, you have to be able to interview your customer. Ask your customer, hey, Mr. So-and-so, I know you used my product in the past and you're still using my product. I would like for you to just come on camera with me and then just help me and let people know how my product or my service has been beneficial to you, how it's benefited you, how it's added value into your life, so people can know that that this product actually works because it was able to work for you. So if people can see that, if they can hear from your customer, then you don't have to do much. So you got to be able to interview your customer. Now, if you cannot interview your customer, what you can do is ask your customer to do a product review on your product or services, right? You ask them, you call them, send them an email, say, hey, I've seen you've been using my product very often. I've seen you use my product on a daily basis. Can you please do a product review on it so you can let people know? So what they'll have to do is they'll have to go in front of the camera. They can just use their cell phone, right? Use their cell phone to do a product review. So we're talking about how business owners, especially black-owned business owners, can use the basics of marketing. So number one, I mentioned is you got to interview your customers. If you're a black business owner, you got to interview them so you can let people know that your product and services is working. Got to get them in front of the camera to let people know that your product is effective. So interview them so you can show people that how effective and how efficient your product is working. Number two is You got to ask your customers to do a product review on your service. So you got every customer that has used your product in the past, every customer that has used your service in the past. You got to call them, send them an email. If you still have contact with them, tell them, hey, can you do a quick product review, and then just send it to me. And what you're going to do is you're going to upload that on your Facebook page. You're going to upload that on your YouTube page. You're going to upload that on all your social media. So that's number 2. Number 3 is you got to get them to do a testimonial. Just let them do a quick testimonial of your product so they can tell people, oh wow, this product was really good. I used it. This is with the before and this is with the after effect, right? So get them to do a quick testimonial. There's nothing more powerful than a testimonial from your customers who've used your product, who've used your service in the past, and now they're letting everybody know that the product actually works. And number 4 is you always have to be adding value to your customer, especially when it comes to the social media marketing and the platform. It's all about value. It's all about value. You have to add value to your customers, to your audience, to your platform. Do not sell them anything at first. You want to add as much value to them. So if you are in, let's say, in the skincare business, what you want to do is you want to contribute value. Show them, educate them how about the skincare industry, about different types of chemicals that's in there, how it can help them effect. So you want to add as much value, information, education that you can, so that you can educate them. You can inform them about about product, of the industry. So it's always about value. You want to add as much value to your customers as possible. That's why one of the things that you can do is, as a small business owners, if you're part of a group on social media, whether it's Facebook, what you need to do is, don't sell. Don't always be selling stuff on these groups. Add value to them, right? So if you see somebody ask a question that is related to your industry, right, answer the question, just add value. That's all it is. Value is just educating your audience, your customers about the products and services that you offer. You're not selling them anything, you're just adding value. And then number 5 is you gotta set up a scheduling system where you can at least make a post on a weekly basis, right? So as a small business owner, you have to be comfortable getting in front of the camera. There's no, if you want to survive in this competitive marketplace, this social media, you have to be comfortable getting in front of the camera to promote your service, to promote your product. So those are the basics of marketing. Number 1 is you got to interview your customers. If they've used your product in the past and the product was able to help them, interview them, all right? You can use platforms like Facebook Live. You can use your cell phone. There's a lot of tools that you can use to interview your customers so that they can they can share their experience with using your product and services, right? The platform is not an issue. The technology is not an issue. You just have to be willing to do it, right? You can reach out to us. You can reach out to myself, and we'll show you the different platforms or the different technology that you can use. These strategies that I'm giving you, it does not cost you any money. It just costs you time and the willingness for you to do it. So you got to find a way to interview them, to get them, to get them to talk about your products and services to other people, right? And then the second, you got to get them to do a product review. Ask them, hey, can you, if you don't want to interview, can you at least do a product review about my product? Just let people know how this product or services was able to help you. And then third is get them to do a testimonial. How the before and after using your product and what was the result, right? And as I've mentioned, number 4 is you always got to be adding value to your customers, to your online audience. Give them as much value as possible. Educate them, inform them about your industry, about your product, what's going on in that marketplace. And then number 5, as I mentioned, set up a schedule as a small Black-owned business owner for you to be making posts on social media at least once a week, right? And when I mean posts, I'm talking about videos, audio, and it has to be educational product. Add value to your customers, right? Because in this marketplace, it's all about value. The person that adds the most value, the business that adds the most value, is the business that's going to come out on top. So you want to add value to your customer. Don't sell, just add value. See how you can contribute, how you can educate, how you can inform them, how you can make them better by using your product and services, or by you giving them that level of expertise, knowledge that you have. So as a small Black-owned business, Black business owners, entrepreneur, this is the basics of marketing. You gotta go back to the basics, the fundamentals, the ABCs, because at the end of the day, it's always all about your customers, right? People will run to your business more if they can see that your product and services was able to help another customer. And if that customer is able to come in front of the camera, was able to talk to you, is able to interview them, that in itself is a marketing strategy. So the basics of marketing is always always customer first. It's got to be customer centered, customer centric, customer focused. It's always about the customers. What the customer received from your product, what they receive from your service, the before and after. So small business owner, especially black-owned business owner, the marketplace is too competitive. There's too much competition in this marketplace. So you have to be able to stand out, with your marketing strategy. And as I mentioned, at the end of the day, it's always about customers, how you can help your customers grow. So that's why you need to be able to, interview your customers on a daily basis, so that you can show people, show your online audience or your future clients or your future customers who want to do business with you, that your product or services does work. So until then, continue to do your business, continue to prosper, and that will continue to give us some more information to help you grow in your business.